You are 25 years old and your checking account holds exactly $61. Not 60, not 65, 61. Every story like this one starts at $61. Check the others, check your own first statement. Nobody chose that number. It is where people begin. You have stopped asking why. Everyone will tell you the answer depends on your salary. It doesn't. Everyone will tell you it depends on your expenses. Closer, but no. By the end of this story, you will know exactly how much emergency savings you really need, and, like the other videos promise, but mean differently. The number you've been chasing is not the one that matters. The difference is, we're actually going to tell you which one does. Level 2, $1,000, the starter buffer. You build it the honest way. Skip takeout, sold headphones, 400 and change a month held back with your teeth gritted. This part of the story is true in every version ever told, and it deserves the respect of being told straight. The first $1,000 changes your posture. You stand differently in line at the pharmacy. Nothing has happened yet. That's the point. You are, for the first time, ready for the nothing. And then, right on schedule, the wheel bearing. It is always a wheel bearing. In every one of these stories, the first emergency is a wheel bearing, roughly $290 at the worst possible week. The genre buys wheel bearings in bulk. Yours arrives at month 4. You pay cash. The mechanic nods. You drive home on a repaired axle and an unrepaired high because you just met an emergency and it blinked first. Level 3, 1 month of expenses covered. The invisible middle. Nobody makes content about this stretch because nothing photographs. You just keep going. For the record, your monthly expenses, for purposes of every calculator you will ever use, are $1,890. You did not enter that number. The calculator did not ask. It knows what everyone's expenses are. They are $1,890. Level 4, 3 months covered, the quiet distance. And here is where your story leaves the brochure, because you start noticing a pattern the calculators don't mention. Since the wheel bearing, nothing has happened to you. Things happen near you now. Your neighbor's transmission, your coworker's roof, your cousin's dog's surgery. Emergencies circle the block, check the number in your account, and keep walking. You mention this at a barbecue, carefully the way you'd mention a superstition. An uncle, windbreaker, 14-year-old Camry, listens with his whole face. You ask what he keeps for emergencies. He looks at the car for a moment, then he pats the hood, once. That's the fun. His last emergency came in 1987. He paid cash. The emergency, he says, apologized. Level 5, 6 months covered. In the other videos, this level is called the test. The layoff, the medical bill, the moment the fund proves itself. You wait for your test. It does not come. $12,000 sits at attention, drilled and ready, and the world sends you nothing but Tuesdays. An untested emergency fund is technically just a rumor you're spreading about yourself. You catch yourself once at a yellow light, hoping, briefly, shamefully, for a small wheel bearing. Just a little one, to see. Level 6, 9 months covered. Making the money work, the calculators call it. High-yield accounts, laddered certificates. Understand what you have actually built. A standing army with no war. The interest is the army doing push-ups. And with every month you add, the definition of emergency quietly rises to match. A flat tire? The fund won't even wake up for that. A job loss? At 9 months covered, your employer can sense the fund the way dogs sense weather and behaves. Nothing you can currently imagine qualifies anymore. The fund has outgrown your imagination and is waiting for something worthy of it. On the advice of every video ever made, you keep the fund where you can't see it, a high-yield account you never look at, and 1 month in cash in a unit across town. Not for floods, not for banks failing. Because a fund you can see is a fund you will eventually explain to yourself. In storage, the money is safe from its only natural predator, which is you in November near electronics. Level 7, 12 months covered, $22,680. You did not choose that number either. It was assembled from you, 12 stacked months of a life at exactly the expenses everyone has. And at 12 months, the calculators go quiet, because past this line, there is nothing left to recommend. You have arrived at the top of the only ladder in personal finance that ends in a question: covered for what? So let's answer it. The thing the other videos tease in the last chapter and never say: why did the emergencies stop? Because emergencies are means tested. They always were. Look at the data of your own life. Catastrophe has only ever arrived when it couldn't be afforded. The moment it can be, it reroutes to someone who can't. That is not superstition. That is the entire mechanism. Disaster is the one industry that exclusively serves customers who cannot pay, which means the fund was never going to be spent. You knew that somewhere around month 9. The fund is not for the emergency. The fund is the emergency's opposite number, a fully liquid 12-month room temperature backup copy of you. Your rent, your groceries, your habits, your entire operating cost, standing by in a vault, ready to run you for a year if you ever stop running yourself. You have not saved money. You have saved you. And now the number that actually matters, as promised, because we keep our promises even when they're jokes. It is not the $22,000. Go back to the beginning, $61. The number nobody chooses and everybody starts with. That was the only money in this entire story that was ever real. The money that stood between you and the world with nothing behind it. Everything you built since was insulation around the memory of how $61 felt. You never needed 12 months of you. You needed to never again be a person who counts to 61. So, how much emergency savings do you really need? Enough that the wheel bearing is boring. Enough that November is safe. Enough that the version of you in the jar sleeps through the night. The calculators say 3 to 6 months. The calculators are welcome to say that. You now know what you're actually funding, and it was never the transmission. It was the distance between you and 61. Your test never came, by the way. It's not coming. Somewhere across town, it is visiting a man with $40 and a brave face, because that is how the mechanism works. And if that bothers you, good. That's the last level, the one after 12 months, the one no calculator has a card for. Funded enough to stand between someone else and their 61. The fund crosses the street. The circle for once opens. Subscribe for more cinematic finance stories. We tell them in second person so that they happen to you. Check your first bank statement. 61. We told you. 1 inch of a nod and go build the buffer.